Welcome to my channel. Today I'll be reviewing the Nemo Galaxi 2-person. Now, this is the original bag it comes with. Pretty good size. I mean, you can stuff it in there pretty well. It's not bad. I actually prefer a dry bag. This thing may work. May keep it dry, but I prefer one of these Sea to Summit bags right here. Fits everything in there. This is great for my kayak, all that stuff. I ain't ever got to worry about getting wet. So, plus this will help squinch it down even more. So, let me get this thing out and set up for you. I've had this tent for about, I don't know, about 3 years, 4 years, something like that. And I got it instead of the other ones, the ultralights, because the material the ultralights are made out of, they seem a little less abrasion resistant, and just, I don't know, I don't want to pay that much for something and it rip on me, you know, on any of my outings or any of that. So I was a little paranoid about that. Did some research, whole bunch of research on this tent, and yeah, the material it's made out of is pretty rock solid. It's a really good tent. You get your money's worth for sure. As you see, what's in the package: rain fly, got a bag for your poles, and you got your main body of your tent. I like to roll my ground cover up with my tent, so it's just one convenient little, when you think, I may have it in here, may not. Nope. But it comes with stakes, and their stakes are the, you know, the good ones, but they're not very solid. You know, first time I took it out, I was smacking them with a rock and they just bent up. So I bought me some Sea to Summit. I don't know, Sea to Summit stakes, and these have been pretty darn solid. They don't bend. So let's say it's raining on you, all this and that, and you just get in the camp. Like, sometimes you have no option. You know, I'm out there kayaking, camping from my kayak. I have no option but to set up. So what I do in that situation is stick it out. Stick it out, you know. To get your corner stake first, then you want to bring out the poles. This is also an ultralight option. I actually passed out one night and it poured down rain that whole night, and I still had my front unzipped, the front of the rain fly unzipped. So I had the door wide open, and I woke up, not a puddle in the tent, nothing. It was awesome. Very, very well designed. And these, you just kind of, I think they tell you not to do this, but I mean, come on, man, it takes forever. Ain't nobody got time for that. You got these little holes here at the end, and you can basically build the skeleton of this and just use the rain fly as a cover. You can actually set this up with just the rain fly over and be good. And you can actually put the body of the tent on the inside and set it up that way as well, so the tent doesn't get wet. And all it is, these little holes here, you just put them up under where you already got it and fit right in. It's pretty simple. Actually, when I stake this thing down, I like to stake the opposite corners, like so, to make it tight. I think it works better that way. Little Velcros on the inside, that'll help kind of secure it better, but I'm not gonna do that. And I think there's like extra patching on the inside here to kind of prevent that from poking through. But yeah, here's your basic setup. You can get in it, set up your tent from the inside, and be good from the rain. So that's a nice little option to have. I'm gonna set it up normally now. So I mainly got this tent for it being pretty simple to set up, real quick and easy. Got tired of all the extra stakes and all this and that stuff. It takes about, what, 4, 5, 6, and if you want to stake out the sides, 8 stakes total. I never stake out the sides. I never have condensation in this tent. It's fantastic. Of course, your ground sheet out first. I believe tag side up. I don't really think it matters, but that's what I do to keep the dirty side down at all times. I put them in the there's 2 holes on the tent body. I put them in the farthest one, so it lines up best with the ground sheet. I don't understand the other one. What's super easy about this is they're just little clips. Done. And probably the main other reason I bought this tent, because I'm a tall guy, You know, I'm 6'3", 6'4", and a lot of the tents, especially the ultralight ones, too short. Your feet will touch the edge, and you'll wake up with a nice soaking foot. I've had it where it was just freezing cold out, and we got the frost on the outside of my tent. I had a Kelty, I think Gunnison, and so yeah, I woke up, my sleeping bag, where my feet were, just completely soaked. That's when I realized it's time to invest in something a little better, a little bigger for me. Whenever I'm camping comfortably, I can actually put a cot in this, one of those miniature camping cots. I like to keep these things straight. I feel like the more attention to detail you pay, the longer a product will last. So got the tent up. As you can see, it's completely see-through, which, man, it's super nice, especially in the summertime. You get that wind blowing through. If you want to sleep without the rain fly on, it's just really awesome. Now, I guess one of the complaints was, since there's two zippers that meet up, there's a little hole. I haven't had any bugs crawl in through there, nothing, no water, anything. I haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. Cool thing about this double zipper thing is really smooth zippers. First off, the zippers never get hung up. They're freaking awesome. And if you do it like that, you get in. Now you can keep it clean in here and keep your feet out. And if you want to keep the bugs out, most of them, little flying critters, you can just do that. Boom, you're good. Pretty smart. They made this nice little magnetized feature, so just roll that up real quick. You could do this one-handed, but I'm not going to attempt it. Yeah, I guess I could, but yeah, little magnet, very easy, simple. First off, it says it's supposed to weigh 5 pounds, 1 ounce. Let's weigh this thing. Now this is with the aftermarket bag on, so maybe a little more heavier. Let's turn that on, let it zero out. Oh, come on. There you go. Let that zero out. And we're gonna just kind of rest that on there. It's roughly 6 pounds. On the heavy side of backpacking tents, you know, usually you're looking for like 4 pounds, 4.5 at max. This is a little extra weight, but it is a lot bigger than a lot of those tents. So to me, it's worth it. We're gonna measure it real quick. Got about 7.5 foot here, about 88 inches. Curious about how wide it is. Just as a 2-person one, I don't recommend 2 people being in it. You can do it, however. 53 inches. 53 inches wide and 88 inches long. Plenty of space for me. I think my last tent was like 86, and that little bit of difference made a huge difference. My feet would touch. Could be on my little cot set up here, and my feet still won't touch the edges there. It's really awesome. Now, if you're a bigger guy like me, I got pretty wide shoulders. There was a couple other cots online that were cheaper, and yeah, you could go for that if you're smaller, and especially go for a smaller tent, you know, more power to you. That's not the case for me. So I had to have a bigger tent, and a bigger cot. This cot fits me perfectly. It's an Alps Mountaineering Ready Light cot. I'll probably do another review of this. Just want to use it a few more times and make sure, you know, all my statements are solid. And this actually will fit in there once it's all set up. You got to set this thing up on the outside of the tent, which on a rainy day, that's not gonna be fun. Got my cot set up. You know, I'm showing you all this because when I put it together and I looked at the door of the tent, I thought, no freaking way. No way I'm gonna get this in there. But you'd be surprised. There is a trick. Very simple trick. You just put it butt in first. Nope. Don't let it catch on anything to rip. And you just stretch that out a little bit. Not really doing it any harm. Goes right in. And there you have it. Nice little cot. I sleep on my side, so cot is much needed or much appreciated. Don't have to have it, but man, I feel a lot better in the mornings. So let's go check out the inside of this tent. Space over here, and plus the vestibule that comes out. This thing has 2 vestibules, so you got plenty of space for gear. Pocket there. There's a nice big pocket. Love that pocket. Pocket down there. and another pocket right over here. So you got two big pockets and two somewhat smaller side pockets, which I really don't ever use that. I just use this one for pretty much everything. It holds everything. And then you got up here some little pockets for your lights, your headlamps, and it's white like that, so actually spreads. You put your headlamp in and it spreads the light out. You're not looking up at a blinding sun. So here, as you can see, plenty of space for my feet, and then up, plenty of space for my head. And usually, I got pillows right here, and your head's propped up a little. Ugh, it's cot. It's very comfortable. And I usually put like a pad or something on top of this and make it even more comfortable. Plenty of space, man. Plenty of space. And you want that because you'll have a sleeping bag around your feet, so that actually is a bigger gap. But I touch, but I gotta tippy toe it. Plus, I can scoot my body back a little bit, give it a little more space. Make sure it has the feet on it. Now, these type of feet, they're rounded. They're not gonna, break through your tent. There's some over there that got the feet on there that might actually rip the tent. So be careful buying these cots. Perfect. All right. So I got all four corners going. It's already kind of tight. You still kind of want to tighten up the ends here. I always loosen them up whenever I'm breaking this thing down, but I like to tighten them up just a little, make sure it's secure. And once it's tight down enough, it doesn't make very much wind noise. A weekend ago or 2 weekends ago, I slept in it and it was extremely windy, very windy, and didn't get woken up by it at all. Nothing. Didn't wake up to flapping. So that's how it is in a hammock, or at least I need to work on setting my hammock up a little better. So put out these, bada boom, put it tight, and you know what? If it's not to your liking, tightness, this is adjustable. So you can actually pull that real tight. And let's say you got your tent set up and it's rainy out, and for some odd reason you're not getting enough air in there, you can actually unzip this top zip, and there's a little pole in here that's velcroed, and you can just simply do that, and you got your nice little air gap, and it actually help create more ventilation if you need it. I never have. So this, and like I said before, I was in a rainstorm and I had this open. No rain got in, none. I woke up, dumbfounded, just, and to my surprise, wasn't wet. It's good. So, roll this up, put this around, like so. There you have it. There's your rain fly. That's usually where I get things set up, and then I start packing things in. I get it to that point. If it's a nice night out and you want to stargaze, I think this is the main reason why it's called a Galaxy. But yeah, there's some little tie downs here in the middle there, and you undo this, roll this up however you like it. You'll roll it up to this point and you'll find a little tie down here. You say, oh, what's that for? Well, it's for to tie down to the top. And there's some ones on the side, I believe, as well. Yeah, there's one over here and one over there, so you can really tie it down. But I should do the one. And if you have your head here, looking straight up the stars. If you're bigger fellas, taller guys, looking for a good tent, this is perfect. It's super comfortable, super roomy, plenty of space, and if anybody else's tent jacks up, you got space for someone else if need be. Overall, and how well built this tent is, it's good. It's a really good tent. I think the price point of this tent is roughly $200 or so, which is a little pricey. It's up there. I've seen it go on sale for like $150, something like that, and they got a different color. It comes in green. I like the brown. I like the blend in, but you get what you pay for. I haven't experienced Nemo's customer service yet. Haven't got to do all that because I haven't had any issues with the tent, really. So I haven't had any need to contact them. But, you know, from reviews I've read online and all that, their customer service seems to be on point. This tent, you know, again, it'll cost you $200, but compared to a $50 tent or so, that'll last you maybe a year, maybe, if it doesn't rip. You know, I got a Coleman tent and it's already ripped, and I haven't even had it for a year and it already ripped. So you get what you pay for. All the features of it, just really nice. Just take care of it, man. Just if it rains, take it, set it up the next day. When it's not raining, let it dry out. Don't let it get moldy. And that is my review of the Nemo Galaxi 2-person tent. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe or like. I appreciate it. Peace.